Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Locked On Lakers podcast series. I hope you all have had a good Christmas break heading into the new year here. I know you all may have been wondering where this series has been, and I've just tried to enjoy Christmas break. There at the end, I had finals and stuff going on with school. So I had to make sure all that was lined out. And as you all may notice, the video quality is already a little better. Got a new iPad, so ready to use this at different sporting events. And my quality for the podcast series should be much better now. Also, something else you may have noticed, I'm no longer Chase Carpenter Golf YouTube. I've had that name for a very long time, but I just felt like I never really did golf stuff like I intended, and it's more so a lot more sports related content. So that's why I changed it to Carp Media. Media covers a lot more topics and things of that nature, so I felt like that was a much better move. Also, I'm at 408 subscribers, and the goal for the next year is really to push towards the 1,000 mark. I know that's a big deal, so trying to get towards that. Now, let's move on into the topic for today's video. We're going to recap the boys and girls basketball's recent trips and just what their upcoming schedules are like. First, we're going to do the boys and what they have been up to over this Christmas break. First, they played Warren County, Tennessee. In Gatlinburg, they won 63-57. Then they played an undefeated Hazard team and lost 77-63. Then they played a really tough Mississippi team and lost by 7. Then this week they played at Wayne County in the Monticello Bank Classic. They beat Macquarie Central 69-60. They pulled off a very good win versus Pulaski County 55-51. And then today they just ran into a buzzsaw of a team outside of Cincinnati, Ohio, and they lost 77-61. Now, you may look at some of them recent games and be, why did they lose by that much? What's going on? Whenever you get into these Christmas tournaments, you can sometimes get into playing teams that are just so good, and just you run into some very tough teams. Now our boys today, they got cut it to 6 at one point, and they just weren't able to get over the hump. A team like that would most definitely be able to beat a team like Bowling Green. So for the boys to play good 3 days in a row and even be in the game with them is really good. So the boys' record right now is 7-5. They for sure play Monroe County next week, and then they have the big 2A tournament. I expect the boys to beat Monroe County next week and get the first win in the new year. They have really put forth a good effort, and the boys have played really good so far this year. I'm excited to see what Coach Cooper and the boys can do moving forward. Now let's transition into girls basketball and what all they've been up to. For the first time ever, they went 3-0 at the Smoky Mountain Classic at Gatlinburg last week. They won 57-51 over Cascade, Tennessee. They played Middlesboro out of Kentucky, and they won 59-29. And then they played a private Catholic school out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, Notre Dame, which was a very good squad, and won 50-44. That was a really good tournament for the girls. I was really proud of how they played. And yeah, it was just a very great effort by the Lady Lakers. Then this week they have switched it up. Normally they would host the Bankers Hardwood Classic, but they did not have enough teams to do that this year. So they went to the Vanassoid Christmas Tournament at Warren Central. The first game versus Harlan, it was a nail biter. They lost by 3. Could have went either way. Just some simple stuff happened that should have went our way, but unfortunately did not. Still could have won it at the end, but the shots didn't go our way, and the girls were unable to pull it through. That was their only loss in 6 out of the 7 last games. Then they played Caverna, which Caverna and McLean County games I was unable to go to. And for the record, I was unable to go to any of the boys' games for the Wayne County tournament, unfortunately. But the Caverna game, it was amazing. The girls won 79-12. Yes, you heard that right. And it was just overall dominant fashion. Then the Lady Lakers played McLean County. They won 64-23, and they won the consolation bracket. The girls as well had Monroe County at the start of the new year, and then they will play in the 2A tournament as well. This year we get to host all the games for the 2A. I do not. I know it's later on this upcoming week. I do not have any of the times. I will unable to keep the scoreboard or anything, as I'm going with the church to Passion and Atlanta. That is a big church thing for college-age kids, and I've enjoyed going to that. We'll be in Mercedes-Benz Stadium for 3 days, so unfortunately I will not able to be games, but big shout out to Ryan Averill for coming out of retirement to keep clock for the boys games. I think Cam will maybe be doing the girls games, so big shout out to you. Big shout out to the Louisville Watch Party crew in Gatlinburg. Aaron, Ashley West, Ryan Averill, Troy Coffey. We all had a blast watching Kentucky beat Louisville. I'm disappointed in Kentucky football today, but you just have stuff like that that'll happen. And Antonio Reeves has played lights out these last 2 games, and I'm glad that the Wildcats have done as well as they have. But to wrap up the last episode of Locked On Lakers for 2023, I just want to say thank you all for the growth of my YouTube channel over this last year. It really means a lot. I didn't really know what this would turn into, but I saw what Michael Overby has done with Overby Films, and just the different avenues that you can go with YouTube, and I think it's really great. And everybody subscribe to our Russell County Athletics YouTube page. Subscribe to mine. You can find it here. You can find it there with his as well. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see what 2024 has in store. There's been a lot of great Russell County sports memories this year, and I hope there's a lot more next year. But yeah, this is Harp Media signing off for the last time in 2023. I hope you all have had a Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year.